Have you ever wondered what life after 80 feels like, beyond the obvious physical changes? No one truly prepares you for the unexpected curveballs, quiet shifts in how people treat you, the way time feels different, or how your memories start revealing truths you never noticed before. In this video, we're uncovering 5 harsh, yet deeply human realities that catch even the strongest, most independent people off guard after turning 80. You need to watch until the end because understanding these changes isn't just eye-opening's empowering. By naming what you or your loved ones might be going through, you'll find peace, purpose, and a renewed sense of strength to navigate this stage of life with confidence and connection. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. The shrinking world of social connection. As one crosses the threshold of 80, a subtle but undeniable shift begins to reshape the landscape of social connection. The vibrant tapestry of friendships, family gatherings, and casual interactions that once defined daily life starts to fray at the edges. The phone still rings, but the calls are fewer and farther between. Visitors may still arrive, their presence a welcome interruption, but the intervals between these moments grow longer, the silence is deeper. What was once a lively, almost effortless rhythm of human connection, shared laughter, spontaneous conversations, and the comfort of familiar faces begins to feel fragmented, delicate, and at times, elusive. This shrinking of the social world is not always abrupt, but its impact accumulates quietly. Lifelong friends may relocate to be closer to their own families, their voices now confined to occasional letters or fleeting phone calls. Others may face declining health, their ability to engage diminished by fatigue or illness. Some, inevitably, pass away, leaving behind an ache that lingers in the spaces they once filled. Family members, too, become absorbed in the demands of their lives' careers, children, and personal aspirations, leaving less time for the regular check-ins or visits that once felt routine. Without conscious intent, the hours spent in solitude begin to outnumber those filled with conversation. The stillness of the house, once a backdrop to bustling activity, becomes a presence in itself. This shift is not rooted in resentment or even profound loneliness, but in a stark and honest reckoning with reality. After 80, the effort required to sustain meaningful connections becomes more apparent, yet it is a topic rarely discussed openly. Invitations to gatherings dwindle, not out purposely, but out of necessity. The gaps between visits from loved ones stretch wider, and even for those who cherish their independence and solitude, the absence of familiar voices and faces begins to resonate more loudly than anticipated. This is not a failing or a flaw, but a natural consequence of time's passage, a universal experience that touches nearly everyone in their later years. In response, reminiscing becomes more than an exercise in nostalgia. It transforms into a vital act of preservation. Memories of shared moments, late-night conversations, holiday dinners, and the mundane rituals of everyday life have taken the weight of treasures. These recollections serve as a bridge, keeping loved ones close in spirit, even when physical distance or time separates them. The laughter that once echoed in a crowded room, the quiet comfort of a friend's presence, the small gestures of care that wove people together become touchstones, vivid and sustaining. Yet, society rarely prepares us for this quiet contraction of the social sphere. The cultural narrative around aging often focuses on physical decline or financial planning, sidelining the emotional and relational realities of this stage. As a result, many are caught off guard by the effort it takes to nurture connections in the face of life's inevitable changes. This is why cultivating a deep, intentional relationship with oneself becomes paramount. Staying tethered to your story, your values, your passions, your sense of purpose provides an anchor when external connections wane. Equally vital is the cultivation of even a handful of meaningful relationships. A single trusted confidant, a family member who makes time to listen, or a neighbor who shares a regular cup of tea can carry profound weight. In the absence of a crowd, the depth and authenticity of these few bonds become a lifeline, offering not just companionship but a reminder of your place in the world. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2. How small health problems become big ones. Another reality that often emerges after 80 is how even seemingly minor health issues can escalate into significant challenges. What might have once been a fleeting inconvenience, cold, a bruise, a momentary loss of balance, now carries consequences that are both unpredictable and far-reaching. A cold that once cleared up in a few days may linger for weeks, sapping energy and disrupting routines. A bruise, once barely noticed, may take months to fade, its persistence a reminder of the body's changing rhythms. A minor stumble, easily brushed off in younger years, can now result in a cascade of complications, a sprain requiring weeks of rest, a fracture necessitating physical therapy, or, in some cases, surgery and an extended recovery. This shift is not simply a matter of the body slowing down. It reflects a deeper change in the body's resilience. The mechanisms that once worked silently to repair and restore quick healing, robust immunity, and steady balance, have become less reliable. The margin for error narrows, and small oversights that were once inconsequential now carry outsized consequences. Forgetting to drink enough water might lead to dehydration, triggering dizziness or confusion. Skipping a meal could disrupt blood sugar levels, causing weakness that lingers for days. These are not signs of frailty but evidence of a body that now demands greater attention and care. For many, this change arrives as a surprise, in part because it is rarely discussed openly. Friends and family may minimize these shifts, attributing them to just getting older, while medical professionals, accustomed to treating acute conditions, may not fully address the cumulative impact of these smaller ailments. Yet those experiencing these changes feel the difference acutely. Each recovery feels heavier, each dip in energy more pronounced. The body, once a steadfast ally, may begin to feel like an unpredictable partner, requiring negotiation and patience. The challenge is not solely physical. It is deeply mental and emotional. For those who have always prided themselves on their strength, independence, or vitality, this shift can feel like a betrayal disconnect between the spirit's vigor and the body's limitations. Frustration, even grief, may surface as you confront the reality that tasks once effortless now require planning or assistance. But within this challenge lies an opportunity for empowerment. Recognizing these changes is not a surrender but a form of wisdom. By tuning in to the body's signals, its need for rest, hydration, nutrition, or gentle movement can be adapted with intention. Slowing down does not mean giving up. It means honoring the strength you still possess by protecting it with care. This stage of life is not about proving resilience through sheer willpower, but about redefining strength as self-compassion. It means forgiving yourself for needing more time to heal, for leaning on others when necessary, for prioritizing rest over relentless activity. The most powerful act may be the quiet resolve to listen to your body, to nurture it with patience, and to allow yourself the grace to recover fully. In doing so, you safeguard not just your physical health but the energy and spirit that continue to define you. Number 3. The quiet loss of visibility in social spaces. As one crosses the threshold of 80, an unsettling phenomenon often emerges, one that is rarely discussed yet deeply felt: the quiet loss of visibility in social settings. This is not a matter of overt exclusion or malice, but rather a gradual, almost imperceptible shift in how the world perceives and engages with you. It manifests in small, fleeting moments that accumulate over time, leaving a profound impact on one's sense of self. Picture this. You enter a room, perhaps one filled with familiar faces, expecting the subtle ripple of acknowledgement that once greeted your arrival. But now, the energy remains unchanged. Conversations hum along, and your presence seems to blend into the background. When you speak, your words might hang in the air, only to be overtaken by another voice, not out of disrespect, but from an unspoken assumption that your contribution has concluded or carries less weight. You may find yourself repeating a story or a point, not because your memory falters, but because the first attempt went unnoticed. In group settings, even among family or close friends, there are moments when you feel like a ghost, present yet unseen, your voice a faint echo in a world that seems to move too quickly to pause. This experience transcends mere oversight. It is the slow, insidious erosion of your social presence. In a culture increasingly fixated on youth, speed, and novelty, age can become a veil that obscures the person beneath. Your stories, rich with decades of triumphs, heartaches, and lessons, are sometimes met with polite nods rather than genuine curiosity. Your wisdom, hard-earned through years of navigating life's complexities, may be overlooked in favor of fresher, louder perspectives. It's as though the world, in its haste, sees your age before it sees your humor, your insights, your enduring vitality. The emotional toll of this shift can be profound. It may stir feelings of sadness, a quiet ache for the days when your presence commanded attention. Frustration may simmer as you navigate the subtle dismissals, the moments when you're talked over or gently sidelined. For some, there is a deeper grief, a mourning for the loss of a social role that once felt secure. Yet, within this challenge lies an opportunity for clarity and resilience. This fading visibility is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a symptom of a society that often fails to honor its elders. Your life marked by love, loss, and perseverance remains a tapestry of profound value, even if the world occasionally forgets to look. To confront this reality is to reclaim your agency. You are not invisible, though the world may sometimes act as if you are. Your voice, seasoned by experience, carries a weight that transcends fleeting trends. Those who truly matter, whether family, friends, or strangers who take the time to listen, will see you for the treasure you are. They will lean in, eager for your stories, your laughter, your perspective. And so, the call is clear. Do not retreat into silence. Speak, share, and persist. Be the quiet force that reminds others of the depth and dignity that come with a life well lived. You may not always be the loudest voice in the room, but you are the most enduring, and that is a power few can match. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. The narrowing of your daily life. Beyond the physical changes that accompany aging past 80, there is another, less visible transformation that carries equal weight. The quiet narrowing of your external world. This is not a sudden collapse, but a slow, almost imperceptible contraction of the spaces, routines, and connections that once defined your days. What was once a vibrant tapestry of familiar places, faces, and activities begins to fray at the edges, leaving a smaller, more confined version of the life you knew. This shift reveals itself in subtle ways. You may find yourself venturing out less frequently, not necessarily because the desire has faded, but because the effort feels greater. A trip to the store, once a simple errand, now requires more energy, planning, or assistance. Physical limitations, whether minor or significant, can make distances feel longer, destinations less accessible. Meanwhile, the social fabric of your life begins to thin. Friends who once filled your home with laughter may have moved away, fallen ill, or passed on. Neighbors you once waved to daily are replaced by unfamiliar faces. The corner cafe or bookstore you loved may shutter, leaving a void where memories once thrived. Your world doesn't vanish overnight. It shrinks gradually, almost imperceptibly, until one day you realize how much quieter it has become. This contraction carries an emotional weight that is difficult to name at first. In the early stages, it may feel like a faint hum of loneliness, a touch of extra stillness in your days. Over time, however, that hum can grow into something heavier sense of isolation that lingers like a shadow. Even for those who pride themselves on their independence, there is something disorienting about watching the familiar fade. It's not just the loss of places or people, but the erosion of the rhythms that gave life structure and meaning. The ache you feel is not a sign of weakness, but of depth. It is the grief of watching cherished chapters close, the natural sadness of caring deeply about the life you've built. Yet, within this grief lies a powerful truth. A smaller world does not mean a diminished one. To name this experience for what it is, form of mourning, frees you to move forward with intention. Your life may no longer stretch across continents or crowded calendars, but it can still expand in profound ways. That expansion might come from the richness of a single conversation, where you share a piece of your history with someone new. It might come from a budding friendship with a younger neighbor, whose perspective rekindles your curiosity. It might come from the simple act of telling your stories, vivid, hard-won tales of survival and joy in a way that breathes life into the present. The world you inhabit now may be smaller, but it is far from finished. Reach out to that distant friend, even if it's just a phone call. Join a local group, whether it's a book club or a community gathering, even if it's virtual. Take a walk, however short, and let the familiar sights of your neighborhood remind you of your place in it. Your world is evolving, not ending, and within its new boundaries lies ample room for connection, meaning, and delight. The chapters may have changed, but your story is still being written, and it remains as vibrant as ever. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, Please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5. The unpredictability of your own body. At number 5, we encounter one of the most profound and challenging aspects of aging: the unpredictable nature of your own body. After crossing the threshold of 80, your physical self begins to operate with a level of inconsistency that can feel both bewildering and deeply personal. Your body, once a reliable partner through decades of life's triumphs and trials, starts to send mixed signals, often at the most inopportune moments. One morning, you might wake up with a rare surge of vitality, your mind sharp, your step steady, your spirit buoyed with the sense that you could take on any challenge the day presents. You feel, for a fleeting moment, like your younger self, ready to seize the world. But then, without warning, the next day arrives, and everything feels different. Your thoughts are clouded, your movements sluggish, your knees inexplicably uncooperative, or your hands unable to grasp a coffee mug with the strength and precision they once took for granted. This unpredictability is more than just a physical inconvenience, a profound betrayal. For your entire life, you've inhabited this body, relied on its rhythms, and trusted its capabilities. It's carried you through countless experiences, from the mundane to the monumental, and you've come to understand its quirks and strengths. But now, in your later years, it seems to rewrite the rules without consulting you. There's no clear pattern, no predictable trajectory to these changes. You might set out for a morning walk, inspired by the crisp air and the promise of movement, only to be blindsided by a wave of fatigue that forces you to cut your plans short. A simple task, like bending down to tie a shoelace, suddenly demands a moment of recovery as you realize standing back up requires more effort than it once did. Or perhaps you're caught off guard by fleeting but disorienting sensations, dizziness that swirls through your head, stiffness that locks your joints, or a strange numbness that appears and vanishes without explanation. What makes this so uniquely challenging isn't just the physical toll these moments take. It's the way they erode something deeper: your sense of confidence. The unpredictability of your body begins to cast a shadow over your daily life, subtly shifting how you move through the world. You might find yourself hesitating before heading out, not because you're incapable, but because you're unsure of what your body might do. Will it support you through that trip to the store, or will it falter halfway? Will you be able to enjoy a social gathering, or will a sudden ache or bout of fatigue force you to retreat? This uncertainty can make you feel smaller, more vulnerable, even in situations where you once felt entirely in command. It's a quiet but profound shift, one that chips away at the self-assurance you've built over a lifetime. And it's entirely understandable to feel this weight, mourn the reliability you once took for granted, to feel frustrated by a body that no longer seems to align with the person you know yourself to be. Yet, amidst this challenge lies a powerful truth. While your body may no longer be consistent, your response to it can be. Aging, in its unpredictability, demands a new kind of strength rooted in flexibility, adaptability, and self-compassion. You begin to redefine what it means to be resilient. Instead of fighting against your body's changes, you learn to work with them. You develop strategies to navigate the uncertainty, pacing yourself to conserve energy, preparing for outings with a mindfulness that younger years didn't require, and permitting yourself to rest without viewing it as surrender. You become attuned to your body's signals, listening more closely to its needs. A morning stretch becomes a ritual to maintain mobility. A conversation with your doctor transforms from a reactive measure to a proactive partnership, one where you seek not just solutions to problems but insights into how to anticipate and manage your body's fluctuations. This shift in perspective is empowering. Knowledge becomes your ally, a tool to reclaim a sense of agency in the face of unpredictability. You might explore physical therapy to strengthen weak areas, adopt a diet that supports your energy levels, or incorporate assistive tools, cane, a grab bar, or ergonomic utensils that allow you to maintain independence. You learn to celebrate the days when your body feels strong and to approach the tougher days with patience, knowing they don't define you. Over time, you build a new kind of confidence, one that doesn't rely on physical consistency but on your ability to adapt, to problem solve, to persist. In this way, the unpredictability of your body becomes not just a challenge but an invitation to deepen your relationship with yourself, to cultivate resilience in new forms, and to approach each day with a blend of pragmatism and grace. Your body may no longer operate with the reliability of youth, but you, with all your wisdom, experience, and capacity for growth, remain firmly in charge. You are not diminished by these changes. You are redefined, a testament to the strength that comes from embracing life's uncertainties with courage and clarity. We've just explored 5 profound realities that often surprise us after turning 80, from the quiet shrinking of social connections to the unpredictable changes in our bodies. These truths may feel harsh, but facing them head-on empowers us to live more fully, wisely, and with a deeper connection. What stood out to you the most? What's one thing you've learned from this video that you'll bring into practice in your own life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how these insights resonate with you or someone close to you. Your story might inspire someone else. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.